Well, we're excited to get the new year going here. I was pleased with the way we finished. Coming back from Christmas with our practice and preparation going into the win on Saturday night, and now everybody starts 0-0, and looking forward to getting rolling on Thursday night.
How do you feel about the way your team has developed so far? Are you satisfied with where you are?
Oh, I'm very pleased. I feel like we're getting a lot better. Obviously, I wish I was sitting here talking to you at 12-0 or what have you, but I feel like we've made a lot of progress over the last month, starting with that Middle Tennessee win here at home. And, we need to get healthier. That's part of it. But I do feel like we've gotten better and we're headed in the right direction.
You talked about the health part of your team, and how much has the injuries kind of forced you to build a little bit more depth than you have, and guys into roles that they weren't at
Right.
the beginning of the season?
No, it's been challenging in that regard. We haven't had a lot of continuity in practice or in games. So I think that's important that you have that continuity. But it is what it is. Guys are out, they're out. We feel like we've built a culture where the expectations and standards don't change. Our whole focus moving forward is just getting better and preparing to find a way to win on Thursday. And I think that's all we really need to worry about.
I know you've seen a lot of players grow in different ways over the last 2 months, but is it fair to say maybe DeMond has taken the biggest leap from the start of the season to right
No,
now?
I think so. I think for him, unfortunately got injured this summer, so he missed the entire summer. So he was a little bit behind as we started into the preseason. But I think his growth and development has been terrific. It's really kind of how we've tried to build our program. If you just play as hard as you possibly can, play with great motor and energy on the court, do whatever you can to help your team win, and have a great mindset on a daily basis, I just believe you'll continue to get better as a player. And that's DeMond. He's been great. He comes to work every day. He's hungry to learn. He wants to get better. Whether it's setting a screen or blocking a shot, he wants to do whatever he can to help his team win. And I think that's why you see him having a lot of success on the court right now.
You talk about those blocking shots. He's already a top 10, top 15, just stats-wise in the league, blocking shots. How do you guys work on that? How do you teach that? Because he hasn't been fouling on those attempts either.
Well, I think he's blessed with a wingspan to go with his 6'8" frame. He has very good timing, and I think it's really nothing we've done as coaches. I think it's just his ability and instincts at the defensive end of the floor. What shows up in the stats are the blocks, but more importantly, overall, he's able to do a good job protecting the rim for us and help cover up for mistakes that are made, because whether he blocks it or not, I think he does a great job contesting shots around the goal.
Coach, a little on three-point defense. At times an issue, and you'll play a Martin team that's really good beyond the arc and talented offensively. Just address that.
Well, we were atrocious in that stat in the first month of the season. I think we've made a lot of progress and improvement there. I thought in the first half the other night, Cumberland, they hit some really difficult shots. But still, at the end of the day, it's our job to make a miss. So still a lot of room for growth there. You mentioned UT Martin, Parker Stewart, one of the top shooters, not just in the league, but in all of college basketball. So the thing that makes him a difficult cover is not only is he a great catch and shoot guy from behind the arc, but kind of in the way like a Jonathan Stark. I think it's a rare trait in the college game today to be able to shoot the three so well off the dribble. And he's really good at it. And then at his 6'5" frame, he doesn't need much time or space. So he certainly presents a lot of challenges with your three-point defensive coverage.
Outside of Stewart, what are some of the other challenges that UT Martin poses?
Oh, Quentin Dove is a terrific player. I think when you look at UT Martin, you're talking about by the numbers easily one of the top 3 offensive teams in our league, very explosive at that end of the floor. If you look at the success of teams that they've had over the years in our league, usually a common thread of the formula is having a couple all-league players, and they definitely have that with Stewart and Dove. I think, Hawthorne, he was a teammate of Javion Eves in junior college, so very familiar with him. I think he's a very good player. I mean, those 3 guys alone scored 72 points in their win yesterday. So I just look at that end of the floor and their ability to score in bunches presents a lot of challenges for our defense.
And they can also put more size on the floor, probably than any team in the league, even though some of the guys don't get a lot of minutes. They're huge.
Well, they're one of the tallest teams in the country. When you look at their front court, when they can go with the Oklahoma transfer at 6'11", the transfer from Dayton, Pierce, is 7 feet. They have a 7'1" freshman in Rustin, and then another 6'11" freshman off the bench as well. So, and then on top of all that, you talk about Quentin Dove. I don't know if he's 6'6" or 6'8", but I know he's a big time double machine in the front court. So they definitely have good size up front.
How much will that challenge your bigs, whether it's DeMond, Anthony, or KJ coming in to fight to win that rebounding margin? An area where you have had success there.
Yeah, I think it's very important. I think it's developed into one of the strengths of our team. You know, is limiting people to one shot. I think that's going to continue to be an area of emphasis for us. Obviously, with the size and then the motor and toughness of Dove, that will definitely be tested Thursday night.
Are you surprised at all by the way the league has shaped up so far?
I'm not. I really haven't followed it that closely, so I haven't seen many of the teams play. So I've just really been locked in on trying to get Murray State better and trying to prepare for this UT Martin team Thursday.
I know it's just one game, but what are some of the key things you hope your team improves on just moving forward, starting with the new year and into conference play?
Oh, I mean, everywhere, Ed. I think every coach in the country would say the same. You know, I think we've made a lot of progress, but there's still tons of room for growth for our team. Neil mentioned the three-point defense. I think offensively, continuing to get more and more efficient. We have some guys who I think are very good shooters who haven't shot the ball to their potential at this point in the season. I expect those numbers to catch up as we get more games and they get more reps. Out of bounds underneath, offense, defense. I mean, I can go through it all. I want us to make constant improvement in every area each week as we go through the league here.
You talked about three-point offense. Your team's shooting 31%. Other than reps and live action situations, how do players like DeQuan Smith that are looking to shoot the three and Javion, how do they work on improving at that side of the ball?
Well, I think, you know, the gym's always open. I think it's a matter of getting in there and putting in the work. I think when you get those reps, when you put in the work, not only do you get better, but I think it helps your confidence when you see the ball go through the net and you're living in the gym and continuing to work on your game. I think offensively it's, you know, getting better at our execution so that those looks from behind the arc are cleaner and more wide open. I think it's being better defensively so you can get out in transition and hopefully get some easier scoring opportunities. I think it all works together, but it definitely starts with the hard work and the time investment in getting confidence and improvement in your game.
Just a note also, rebounding-wise, one of the top teams in the nation rebounding. What's been the key to that in limiting those second chance opportunities?
Well, I think it's certainly a point of emphasis for us, but I do think we have very good size in our front court. I think we have a good mixture of athleticism and power in the front court. And then, you know, guys like Anthony Smith, DeMond Robinson, who just play so hard. I mean, rebounding at the end of the day, you can teach all the techniques you want. You know, it's an effort stat, and it's something that needs to continue. Not only to be a strength of ours, but something we need to get better at and improve as an offensive rebounding team especially.
For a guy like KJ, we've seen what he can do on the floor when he plays. How much maybe has he benefited from not starting, and how much are you challenging him to get back to that full potential?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters who starts. You know, he's going to play a lot of minutes. I think it's like every player on our team and our team as a whole, we're just searching to continue to build consistency. And, you know, we've had halves of basketball where we've scored 51. We've had halves we scored 22. You know, we've had halves where we made 8 threes at 65%. We've had halves where we went 1 for 12. So I think it's just building the consistency. That comes through just hard work and practice. seeing some success on the court. I'm a huge KJ Williams fan. I think for a sophomore, he's in a great position. He's going to continue to get better this season, and will have an incredible career for us.
I know it's only been 48 hours since we last saw you, but any clarity on who might be available by the time Thursday rolls around?
No, I would, Jay, that was his first 5-on-5 action back after a couple weeks out, and everything looks good for him, so I expect him to continue forward. Hopefully have Javion back in practice at some point this week, and, I don't have any other update. I really, obviously I care a great deal about these guys, and I want to see them get healthy, and want to get them back with us so they can help contribute to our team and help us win games. But it's at a point where our focus has to be on coaching the guys who are available and getting them ready to play on Thursday night, and that's where our attention has to be right now.